So, what do you do if you have accidentally clicked on accept for a Creator Connections campaign in Amazon? Now, I hear about this all the time. It's so common, right? Especially if we're scrolling on our phone and we accidentally hit that accept. We know, or maybe you may or may not know, that if you accept a campaign within Amazon's Creator Connections as an Amazon associate or an Amazon influencer, you are then required to submit content back to that campaign so that the seller can see it. And then that makes it so that you are able to earn. Now, sometimes we make mistakes. It happens to all of us. I've accepted campaigns by accident numerous times, whether it's clicking on my phone or just kind of searching around and thinking that I had the product already. And so I accepted it because Amazon was recommending it to me. But then it turns out I didn't actually have anything that was listed in those products from the seller within the campaign. In this video, I'm going to be telling you some of the strategies that you can use in order to kind of fix that dilemma, right? If you've accidentally accepted a Creator Connections campaign and you're not really sure how to proceed next, but you know you don't want to get a strike on your Amazon influencer account, keep watching because I'm going to give you all the best strategies on how you can rectify this situation. If you're brand new here to this channel, my name is Kathleen Kobel, and I talk all about how to earn more money with the Amazon Influencer Program by working smarter and not harder. So if you like that idea and you're an Amazon influencer and want to earn more money, make sure you click the subscribe button right here so that you will always be able to see new content that I am posting every single week. I also want to let you know that on Fridays at 10 a.m. Central, I always do a live stream where I answer questions and we talk about the trending topics within the Amazon Influencer Program. So again, make sure you subscribe to the channel so that you're able to attend those free live Q&A sessions on Fridays as well. So let's dive in. What do you do if you've accidentally accepted a Creator Connections campaign with Amazon? Now, the first thing, if you're like, well, I don't really understand Creator Connections, basically the main gist is that it partners influencers with sellers or brands on Amazon. The sellers or brands are able to create these campaigns, which then give us Amazon influencers an opportunity to opt in, create content for those products that seller includes within the campaign, and then we're able to earn more money, whether it's 10% more, 20% more, that's all up to the seller. But the biggest thing to know when you're an influencer and you're accepting these campaigns is that Amazon has this rule where it's 3 strikes and you're out, or at least that's what it says in their terms and all the documentation on Amazon right now. Basically, if you accept a campaign with Creator Connections 3 times and do not submit content 3 times, there is a possibility that Amazon will kick you out of the Creator Connections program. This does not mean they're going to kick you out of the influencer program, but this is something, again, that they've written, and they're making sure that creators are submitting that content back to the sellers for every time they hit accept on that campaign. So now what do you do if you've accidentally hit that button, I accept, except you don't actually have the product? So let's dive into all the options that you have to choose from that are going to keep you safe and make sure that you keep your status with Creator Connections. So the first thing to do, and this is the thing that I always do first, is if I don't actually have the product and I don't really want to necessarily invest in buying the product, but I've accidentally hit accept on that Creator Connections campaign, the first thing I always do is I reach out to that brand and that seller directly through Amazon. There is a messaging portal where you can go to the campaign, and with just a click of a button, you're able to open up a window where you can send that seller a direct message. Now, in this message, I recommend you saying something about, hey, I would love to try out your product. I've already accepted the campaign and I was wondering if you'd be willing to send me a free sample. What I would not say is, oops, I accidentally clicked on the campaign and would it be okay if you sent me a free product? I don't think they're going to be very receptive to that. But if you kind of flip the script a little bit and say, hey, I'd love to try out this product. I've already accepted the campaign. Maybe give them your media kit or give them some information about why they should send you a free sample. Tell them how great of content you create. Really, you could include kind of any additional extra information in there. I don't recommend you do a copy and paste template though, because they're going to be less likely to respond. And that doesn't mean they're always going to respond, but that is always my first step, is I will reach out directly to that brand through Amazon and nicely ask for a free sample. Sometimes I'll invest in the product, but again, you don't necessarily have to, because these next few things I'm going to tell you make it so that you don't even need to have the product. Now, after reaching out to the brand, I would wait, I don't know, maybe a week at the most to get a response from them. If they don't respond in 5 to 7 days, I would just move forward with one of these other options. You could also just move forward with one of these other options anyway while you're waiting for the seller to respond. It may be more likely that they respond and then send you a free sample if you do one of these other options that will also make it so that you can create content that you can then submit back to the campaign without actually having that product in hand. So there are 3 other options on top of reaching out to the seller that I will do if I accidentally accept a Creator Connections campaign. The first one is I will just simply post to social media. If it's a product that obviously I'm interested in because I've accepted the Creator Connections campaign, even though it was accidentally, I will just post it on my public Facebook page or on my public Instagram page, and that fulfills the requirement that you need in order to have that content link back to the Creator Connections campaign within Amazon. So if you decide to just simply do a post on your public Facebook page, again, it needs to be public, right? You cannot post these links off-site Amazon and have them be private, but it has to be on a public page. And so that can be public, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, wherever you like to post, right? You can just simply create a post and say, hey, you should check out this thing because it looks pretty awesome. And I'm hoping that I'll be able to try it soon too. Or you can relate it back to another product, maybe that you've done a review on, and say, hey, I'm about to check this thing out and maybe you should too. So that's the thing, is you can just post it on Facebook or Instagram. You don't necessarily have to have the product in hand, which is a requirement for if you're doing an on-site video, right? So if you don't have the product, you can't do an on-site video, but you can most certainly just have a Facebook post about it. And then you take that Facebook post link, and that is the content link that you then copy and paste back over to the campaign in Creator Connections. And now you've fulfilled your requirement. 2 more ideas to kind of piggyback on top of that if you want to take it a step further, or maybe you don't really have a super engaged Facebook or a public Instagram. 2 other options for you. One is create an idea list and add that product to your idea list, right? Then you can take that idea list link, copy and paste, and put that back into the Creator Connections campaign as your piece of content. To go along with that, the other thing you can do is create a collage. And I have a great video that walks you through exactly how to create collages directly through your phone using Amazon's resource there, the Collages Maker. So you can do that too. And you just simply put that item in a collage, and then you're able to link to that. Once you upload it to your storefront, you can take that link, copy and paste, and that becomes your content link for the Creator Connections campaign. Okay, so let's review real quick. The first thing I would always do is to reach out to the brand or the seller and ask them for a free sample. It doesn't hurt. It's totally okay by Amazon to do, even if the campaign says, no, we don't give free samples. Some of them still do. You just have to reach out and be proactive about it. So ask for a free sample first. While you're waiting, or if that doesn't work, post it on your social media page. It has to be a public page, but that will fulfill the requirement, okay? So that's the second option. Or third option, create an idea list and put that product in there. You can even create an idea list for all the products that are in that Creator Connections campaign. If you really want to have a great link that you send to the brand and ask for samples, I like doing that too. And the fourth thing you can do is create a collage with that item, pair it together with some other things, upload that to your storefront, and that can be the content link that you then paste back into the Creator Connections campaign, and that will fulfill your requirement as well. So if this has been helpful, I would love to hear in the comments if you've accidentally accepted a Creator Connections campaign and you use one of these 4 strategies that I talked about. I would love to hear about it below. But this is the easiest, best way to make sure that you're not going to get any strikes against your Creator Connections account, your Amazon influencer or associates account, still be able to fulfill those requirements for Creator Connections campaigns and not get in trouble with Amazon. It's also going to help you be able to earn, right? Even if you don't have the product in your hand, you can still post about it and have the potential to earn through those campaigns. So if you found this video helpful, I would love it if you would subscribe to the channel. Make sure you check out our Friday live streams. And if you really want to learn about my 5-step system to earning 6 figures every year with the Amazon Influencer Program, check out my totally free masterclass. I'll make sure there's a link here below as well. And I'll see you in the next video.